Here's my oven. I notice there's something missing off the top one. It's there on the bottom, not there on the top. I try to open it. Oh no, it's the handle. I noticed that it has these little things that kind of supposed to melt into the handle or something. I'm not sure what's going on here. Here's the handle. Like they go in there. I'm not sure that there's an up and a down, but kind of hard one-handed. It should be on there like that, except I can't get it very tight holding it here, so I think I'm gonna have to take the thing off and then glue it and then see what it's like after that. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. Looks like the side here makes it look like this piece right here, those 4 screws should come off separately. I'm going to try and take those 4 screws out and see if it comes out. So there's the last one. Just little self-tapping sheet metal screws. I grabbed my wife's handy dandy little IKEA tool kit. Oh, looks like it's, it just came right off there, didn't it? So that's just a covering. And here is a part that holds the screw on. So there's a
Emma. Emma, little. Emma, can you come feed the dog, please?
how the dickens are you supposed to screw that in? Especially once the cover's on. That's not being held on very good. I may have messed something up.
What happened? Maybe lift it up.
Huh?
Lift it up.
Is that really all you do?
Yep.
What?
I think that's how the other ovens were too.
Well, you can tell I really don't know what I'm doing. That was easier than it should have been. Literally all you have to do is lift the oven door up and it pops off. That's kind of scary. Okay, so I guess I have to take this screw out and one over here. And it looks like there's some on the bottom. And then, oh, there's one missing. And then that front should come off, and then I can reattach the handle. Okay. So I left the corner screws on. I took these 2 off. This one was already missing, which is kind of disconcerting. I took those off and again left the corner on. And now I think this black part just lifts off. And now I've got, what the heck? I still have to, what? Okay, we'll figure it out. So it looks like, I turn this over, it looks like there's a screw right here and a screw right here that need to be taken out to be able to remove this little bracket thing. So I'm going to do that on both sides. So I undid those screws. It almost felt like there's like some kind of an adhesive, a Loctite on it, holding it there like that. Because that one was really hard to break loose. I can't see anything. There was some red stuff on it, but it just turns out it was strawberries from my breakfast. But these are on there pretty tight. And this is fairly loose. So we'll probably try and get them tight. So I took those things apart and I found, I don't know, focus? Found these little things inside. I'm a little bit disappointed because it's hollow. You can see all the way through it. I was hoping it was closed on the one end, but it's not. trying to figure out how it actually goes here into the oven handle. This side's a little bit broken off. It looks like it just squeezes in there like that. And you just apply pressure and stick it in. But I don't like that because it just came up. Now I can't get it back up. So what I think I want to do is take it and apply a little bit of this glue that I bought. And supposed to adhere plastic to metal. And dab it on the outside of that thing and shove it down in there pretty hard. And then kind of assemble it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just, maybe this time I'll just try sticking it in there and squeezing it down in and see if it falls off again. I already have the glue in case it doesn't work. So, alright. So I think what I'm going to do is take this end, just stick it here on the counter, kind of push down on it.
You still need your to-do list?
But on both sides. So let's see. That side, it seems like it's a little bit more embedded. Of course, it's broken too, but from this side, and try to push on this side. That went in a little bit further. Oh yeah, see that went way in there. And it looks like it's starting to crack. I'm going to try this side again, just a little bit more. Because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Okay, I got that pressed in now, but literally just pushed on the counter until it kind of embedded itself in there. But now I'm in a bit of a dilemma because I need to put it back in order. So the handle has to go through the very first piece that I took off, right? Like this. And then screw into these brackets, which then attach to here. But there's the top part that needs to go on. So, what? No, seriously, how is this supposed to go back together? Okay, so I put it together with the bracket going through, with the bolt and everything going through the top piece, because that's where it's supposed to go, into the handle. And then I just tested it real quick, and yeah, that's not going to work. Just fell off. So just pushing this piece down in there is not, pushing this piece down in there is not going to work. I'm going to have to glue it. And then let it sit for a while. So, yeah, there's that. Quick pro tip. Grab a little Ziploc bag to put your screws in and stuff, because you might get them confused. Like this one is the outside door frame. It has two brass ones that go on the bottom here, and then the one on each side, and then the four across the top. Those are the outside frame of the door. These short stubby little things are the bracket for the handle that holds the bracket handle in. Those are all the screws that I've taken out so far, except for these ones, which attach the door handle itself. I'm still not sure how I'm gonna glue that in there without gluing the screw in there permanently.
Will you clean up that room, please? What's up with the hats? We're part of a team.
Yeah, I've sat and stared at it long enough. Okay, so, yep. I got this JB Weld plastic bonder stuff. I'm going to try and secure those, I don't even know what you call those little things, little brass pieces with the threaded end into the plastic. plastic. Hopefully that works.
Did you hear me?
Well, they included this handy dandy little steering stick in there, so I think I'm gonna just give it a go here.
What's your class goal?
Yes. Okay, so I was asked a really good question. Why do I have gloves on? Because this stuff is supposed to be really bad, and they caution wearing gloves, among other things. But I'm gonna pop the top off here.
Before Monday, before November.
Squeeze out a little bit of the 2 compounds. Probably more than enough, honestly.
Monday? No. That was
Stick that in
yesterday,
there.
the 13th. So before.
Oh gosh, I hope I don't put them backwards.
So pretty much I think everything you did yesterday.
Oh gosh.
You're kidding.
Alright.
Wait.
Then you mix them 2 together, and that activates the glue. Supposed to set in 15 minutes. I gotta figure out a way to get this glue that I'm mixing right here into these holes. I'm just gonna batch
Before it says before, she said before midnight on November 13th. So check it to see if she changed
I
it.
don't know. We'll see. I'm just like tapping it off, and it's not actually going inside the hole. I really don't know what I'm doing. I've never used this stuff before, so I can't really say, oh, this stuff is the best. I have no idea. Heard good things about JB Weld. Okay. Yeah. If this works, I'll be somewhat surprised. Okay, so now that it's in there, what I think I need to do is screw these on. There we go. Now I'm just gonna kind of shove this down in there. I don't want the washer to stick there. That far in. Okay. I definitely don't want it to drip on the floor.
Hey Judah. What? Will you go wake up Esther? Tell her to get the lines out of bed.
Okay. So hopefully I can back this off now while it's still setting.
Emma, did you feed the dog?
It won't fill up the threads, and I can still take the screws on and off.
And I need you to do this room. Mother! What? No.
Okay, good.
Be careful what drips on the floor. Okay, I'm gonna wipe the ends of those screws off with a paper towel here.
Taco Thursday. The paper towel.
the kids singing in the background.
Taco Thursday.
I might need to do some kind of a music montage over this part. Well, Jake's already given it to us.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's stuck in there. I can see glue down inside of there, and that's stuck in there, and I can see glue down inside of there. I don't know if it's like in a hole or something or what, but ooh, yeah. Let me clean up some of the excess that's right on the inside of that.
No.
Yes.
Got it in the threads. Okay.
Go finish your job.
I'm probably making somebody watching this so nervous. Okay, I think I got that cleaned up. So now, okay, I'm gonna move off of this surface now, which should be well bonded. So here,
Scissors, shoot.
door handle goes
Rock,
like
paper,
this,
scissors, shoot.
and then
Scissors, shoot.
the brackets go like this.
Rock, there's paper, and there's scissors.
Do they like this? They like this. They go like this. Brackets go like, nope, not like that.
Finish your job.
I guess this one's gonna go over here. This one goes on the other side.
Listen to night. So you get comfy, get your bun down there, and get your damn done.
I'm a little bit concerned if I do it too tight, then it's going to break the bond between the plastic piece and the metal. How do we go this? How does this go? I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. So the glue still hasn't set. It's supposed to take 15 minutes to set. And it's only been, what, a minute or so? I don't want to pull on it too tight. But that looks, I think we're just going to let that set now for 15 or 20 minutes, just like that. And hopefully, hopefully it sticks and stays in there. See, this isn't too tight. I'm a little bit worried about that. Is it pulling out? What's going on? Oh, it's fully pulling out. It's just separated. Okay. Let's change my mind. Both those screws ended up with glue on them. I don't want those screws to be glued in. So that was a terrible idea. That was a terrible idea. Whose idea was that? That was awful. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for 15 minutes or so. Okay. So it's been like a half hour. I just came over here and I pulled on this little stick and it's kind of sticky, but it just basically, I mean, it's not unholy levels of stuck there. I don't know I don't know if this is gonna work. I actually came over and I put on a screw onto this thing while it was still curing, just because I wanted to clean out the whole little hole right here, and it just spun. It was just spinning inside the hole. I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay, so I've waited like 35 minutes or so, and hopefully this stuck better. I put a screw on it halfway through trying to clean it out, and the whole thing was just spinning inside the glue. This side seems to be stuck a little bit harder. Let's hope that works out. Okay, back to the assembly. I'm hesitant to make this any tighter because when I press on this, I'm afraid I'm just making that thing spin in there. It should be. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. So I've got the handle back on there with these brackets tied on. This is the only way that you can do this. I just don't see how it actually makes any kind of dang sense. I guess the top is just supposed to slide up in there. I don't know. Do I need to? I think I need to put this top of this handle, all those screws in first. Maybe I'll just wait to put those screws in until I get the front on. Nah. Okay, this is hard to do one-handed. Okay, so I slid it up inside. Make sure I tuck the corners in there. And over here. And you gotta put the screws in there. Two brass ones here. That one was always been empty from the factory, it looks like. And then do the ones across the top. Everything just seems loose and jiggly though. I don't think that's gonna last. Well, I got the screws here in the top, but I am not happy with how loose that is. I think it's just going to rattle itself clean off. Well, time to slide it back on the oven there. Well, the handle's on. Like I said, this one is nice and solid. Not so much. I think we had too many kids hanging off of it.
Hello?
I'm doing chin-ups on this handle.
How